Hello, this is Japanese Economic Review Channel. Today, we analyze the Bank of Japan's May 2026 monetary base data. We are witnessing an accelerating contraction in Japanese liquidity. The data reveals a dramatic double-digit plunge, primarily driven by institutional reserve draining. This marks a definitive shift in the BOJ's monetary posture. Let's dive into the details. To understand this shift, we must look at the system's anatomy. The monetary base consists of physical banknotes and coins used by the public, plus current account balances held by institutions. Crucially, physical currency is only a fraction. The overarching monetary posture is dictated almost entirely by these institutional balances at the central bank. The contraction is not only happening, it's accelerating rapidly. Look at the trajectory. From a mild 1.0% expansion in 2024, we saw a 4.9% drop in 2025. By Q1 2026, it reached minus 10.6%, and as of May 2026, we are at a severe minus 12.2% year over year. In just 17 months, the liquidity landscape has transformed drastically. We see a stark divergence between Main Street and Wall Street. Physical cash usage is stable, with banknotes down only 1.7% and coins 1.1% in May. However, institutional liquidity is evaporating. Current account balances plummeted 14.7%, and reserve balances fell 12.7%. This macro-level shock is confined to the central bank level. Focusing on these current account balances, their evaporation is driving the systemic pullback. They move from a 1.5% growth in 2024 down to minus 14.7% in May 2026. This minus 14.7% contraction is the deepest localized cut within the entire BOJ monetary base architecture, clearly reflecting intentional and targeted policy tightening. This chart visually confirms 14 consecutive months of an uninterrupted tightening cycle. Starting mildly in April 2025 at minus 4.8%, the pace of liquidity withdrawal has significantly accelerated entering 2026, reaching minus 12.2% in May. This sustained trend proves this is not a temporary blip but a structural drain. Short-term velocity reveals the immediate force of these operations. The seasonally adjusted annualized rates highlight extreme moves, like the minus 22.8% drain in March 2026. After a brief pause in April at minus 5.6%, May re-accelerated to minus 13.3%. This volatility underscores aggressive, active central bank tightening. Despite these severe percentage drops, the absolute scale remains massive. Out of a 575.7 trillion yen total base, roughly 455.2 trillion yen sits in current account balances, while physical banknotes account for about 115.8 trillion. A vast majority of liquidity still sits dormant in institutional accounts. In conclusion, the math is straightforward. Current accounts make up nearly 80% of Japan's monetary base. Therefore, a targeted 14.7% withdrawal from these reserves mathematically forces the entire system into a 12.2% contraction. Quantitative tightening in Japan is not just rhetoric, it is a rapid, mathematically dominant reality. Thank you for watching the Japanese Economic Review. We look forward to having you with us again.